go to my subscriptions. Oh, the EMU podcast. The first ever podcast. Yeah, my subscriptions. Hey, I made that background. um,
To the
it's
live
like just
screen,
now
so
starting.
well, yeah, I just now started transmitting the video, so we'll get people in here shortly. There's probably a little bit of latency or delay on it, but it's okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the topics that I sent you that we're going to be talking about?
Oh, they're pretty good. Pretty good topic.
I was trying to think about some, like, relevant key ones that we can talk about. Obviously,
Yeah.
when we bring on guests, they'll kind of bring their own topics to either, oh, we got a viewer. Is that you?
Yeah.
Type in the chat, see how long it takes for the chat to pop up.
I already did.
Oh, it hasn't popped up yet.
I can't see
Is it
oh, now I
black?
can see people. Yeah.
Can you see us
Yeah, I
now?
can see us.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, you're just seeing people.
Just random people.
Just random ass people. All right, I'm going to share the link and put it in the Snapchat, hopefully. Because you can't do links in Instagram unless you're verified, which I think is so
I think you
dumb.
just need 10,000 followers.
You only need 10K?
Yeah.
We're going to hit 10K easy.
Yeah, sir.
Let me go to YouTube here. Can I go to the channel? Let's show the. Oh, it shows that we're live.
Is it like a live viewer count next to the play button?
Yeah, it's a one.
Uh, the chat still hasn't popped up yet?
Nah, I haven't seen your text yet, which is kind of weird.
I can't see.
I just copied the the whatchamacallit, the link. We're gonna go post it in the Snapchat.
Okay.
Oh, your thing just popped up. It says Discord for life. I just now saw it. That is insane. We're going at a pretty nice rate here. We're not lagging, are we?
um, let me see. Let me catch up. I think I was like a little bit behind. I think there's just like a little bit of delay.
The delay is fine, but as long as we're not like super lagging across this like screen or anything,
Oh, this delay is huge. It's like a 10-15 second delay.
that's fine.
Oh, there's two people in here now.
It says there's 0 on my end.
Mine says two watching now.
We've been live for only 4 minutes. We gotta get some people in here.
Is there even anybody on the Snapchat that you're posting to?
I'm posting it on my personal Snapchat.
Oh.
So we'll do that. All right, I just put it on the story, so hopefully people are looking at their stories at 10:15 at night. Oh man, how's your day been, EJ? I only got to see you for like our little part of, I guess, our interview.
Yeah. I've been pretty good. I kind of just chilled, did some work. And then otherwise, I had the other meeting with the guys I was telling you about a little bit before the show, and that went really well. I'm actually pretty excited to be talking to some younger guys, get them kind of in the spirit. When you're young, it's really the time to just go all out for it. So I'm
Were
glad
you
that they saw me and thought to themselves, this guy would be an asset to younger people. I appreciate that.
were you talking to the one kid that's going up against us in the competition?
No.
No? Come on, man. You gotta help him out a little bit. He needs some help.
He does. He actually sent me a LinkedIn invite like late last night, like 2 in the morning.
Two in the what?
Yeah.
2 in the morning. You were well. Shoot. Never mind. We were up.
I was up till 9, bro. I didn't go to sleep till 9. And I woke up at
After
12.
yeah, no. After I finished the video, I ended up what was it? I ended up falling asleep on my love sack that's behind me. I didn't even
You
go
have a love sack?
upstairs. Yeah, bro, the big
Bro, I've been trying to
beanbag.
get one for the longest time. My mom's like,
Bro,
I was literally trying to throw away my bed and just get a big love sack.
they're
My mom's
they're
like, oh,
literally
yeah.
so comfortable, like extremely comfortable.
Would you throw away your bed for it?
What you mean?
Like, would you throw away your bed and only use a love sack?
Hell no.
That was my plan, but I
Nah,
guess,
you can't throw away a bed. What are you talking about?
yeah, I was gonna get rid of the bed and just have a love sack in my room. But you wouldn't recommend that?
No, probably not. Like it's comfy when you're taking like naps and stuff, but like to sleep a full like 8 hours or so on a no, I would not recommend that at all.
Oh,
Not even a little bit, honestly.
oh man. Oh, that's good to know. Save me $1,000.
But like having one is top tier for sure.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can.
Might get a smaller one then.
I'm gonna try to join on my separate account so we can have some more views.
How was your day?
Let's see. I woke up at 11 after going to sleep around. What time did we get done? Like 6 in the morning?
Yeah, you called me at like 6 because I went and made burgers, and then you called me and it was like 6.
Yeah, because I had gotten it done. And yeah, so I was in bed by 6, woke up at 11, went to school at 12:15, had a test, got the test done, made a 98, which is good.
98. That's nice, man.
Yeah, it's 50 questions. I was a little upset I didn't get the 100, but you can't be mad with a 98, so
You can't be.
it's almost perfect, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Can't rush into
Yeah, man.
things too quickly.
What class was it?
So this was my human resource management class.
Oh, how to
Yeah.
resource humans and manage them.
Oh yeah,
Kind of
pretty
like a
much.
slave master class.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. I can't lie.
It's like you have this many people, you can work them this much before they start to complain and uprise.
You got to give people breaks. The whole quid pro quo thing really comes into, I guess, fruition, if that's the word you want to use for it.
Quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Ah, I see what you mean.
So you can't be asking girls, give me sex and I give you job. Can't be like that. You can't do that. That's illegal.
Is it?
Oh, 110%.
How illegal is it?
I'd say top of the line charts like illegal.
You see,
It,
to me, it feels like if it's consensual, a fair exchange.
no, see, no,
No,
still in the business world, highly illegal.
but does it happen still?
Yes.
Because it's a fair exchange.
No.
If you're getting, let's say, 70K a year at like an analyst position,
Okay. That's
right?
after taxes or before
Yeah, after
taxes?
tax, you're getting
Okay,
like
after
90K
tax,
a
I got
year.
70K. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we have all these other qualified candidates, and say I'm like some sleazy guy, and I'm just like, hey,
Sleazy.
why don't you meet me in the break room? You know what I mean?
Oh
Like
wow.
that
Is
probably
is that
happens
how
more
you're hitting
times.
on a girl? A
No, no,
baddie
no,
walks
no.
by
I'm
you at
saying
work
a
and you're gonna
sleazy.
go, "Hey, come meet me in the break room."
No, I'm saying like a sleazy guy. That's what a sleazy guy would do. Like I feel like that happens a lot.
I wonder how much that does like truthfully happen.
I guess we'll never really know.
I think I want some like numbers on that. Like I want facts on like how many guys are like, "Yo, come to the break room or meet me in the bathroom for a quickie." Like I want to know how many people are trying to do that. I want a
I
statistic.
mean, people made it sound weird, right? But like, let's be honest. Everybody loves The Office. Jim and Pam, they were
Jim and
definitely,
Pam were getting it. Jim and
Jim
Pam
and
were getting
Pam.
it.
Like, come on now, come on.
Who was it? You had my man Dwight and oh, what was that blonde girl's name?
Oh, oh man, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Dude, I couldn't
Uh,
tell you.
I could look and I can look at Angela.
Angela.
Then you had Stanley and the Indian girl. Then
I
you had
thought I
Ryan and
thought
the
she was with the
Indian
guy that was
girl.
in the warehouse.
Yeah, that's or not Stanley. What was his name?
You're talking about the dude who went like all the way up to corporate.
Ryan. She was with both of them.
Ryan.
Remember? She was
But then
with
she
both of
left
them.
him.
Daryl. Daryl.
Daryl. Dude,
She
Daryl
was
was a
with
beast at
Daryl and
basketball.
Ryan. They were a whole messy. That was a messy office, and no
That
one
was
ever
a
said,
very
"Hey, the
messy
office is
office.
like ban the office or
And then who was Michael
cancel the
getting
office."
with?
Michael's getting with Jan.
And she
The
got fired.
Yeah, that was his manager.
So that whole show was pretty much just in office quid pro quo.
Yeah,
That is insane. And we let it air. It's
and
still
no one
airing.
said anything about it because everybody knows it's how it gets down. Like everybody got a work husband. How many times have you heard people talk about a work husband
Not a lot.
or a work wife? You never heard that?
Is that when you're just like a stay at home dad?
No, like a work husband or wife is right. So like if you had a work wife, right? Like say like you worked at like a startup. Now like there's like you're like I don't know like 27. There's like a 24-year-old girl there, and like she's like really nice to you. Like she's attractive to you.
She
You're
gets me
attractive to
paper.
her. So y'all just kind of like are always like doing favors for each other. It doesn't have to be like too like sexual, but it's like it's your work wife. You know what I mean? But it's only like during the times of work. Like you might go get lunch together, talk to each other, like be more personal with that person. But you'll have like an actual wife at your house, so it's like a work wife.
So I'm cheating.
No, you're not cheating. You're talking to your
I'm talking to
fellow
my
associates.
coworker while I have a
Yeah,
wife at home taking care of my kids. That's
yeah.
cheating. I'm
Well, it's not
cheating.
cheating. Like you can introduce them.
Bruh. EJ.
What if you introduce them? That's not cheating anymore. If you're like, hey, this is my friend from work. You know what I mean?
That's still cheating.
You're not cheating. Honestly, what do you think? What do you define as cheating, though? That's a pretty loose term
If
in
you
general.
are married or in a relationship with someone and you start talking, flirting with these,
It doesn't have to be flirting.
if you start flirting with someone that is around your any age, I can't even say around your age. If you flirt with anyone, you're cheating on your
So
wife or your
flirting is cheating?
yes.
I don't know if
You
I
are
can
supposed to
agree
be
with that.
faithful and loyal to that one girl, EJ. You can't be going
But
around while you're in a
flirting,
relationship still
what counts
flirting
as
around with other
flirting?
girls. That's not cool.
But how many times have you like talked to a girl and like she's thought that you were flirting with her when you're just being nice? or girls talk to you and you think that she's flirting with you, but she's just being nice.
Never, because when
Like,
I'm flirting with them, they know I'm flirting with them.
how do you know?
I mean, you call them beautiful. You'll tell them nice things, like, you make them feel good, and you're like, hey, I'm interested in you. I like you.
That's like some intense flirting.
That's how you flirt.
That's like next level. That's not what's going on in the office though. This is just
What's
like
going on in
your
the
office.
office?
It's your work life. This is just like, oh, like, hey, like it's lunchtime. Let's go down to the break room, get some lunch together.
Okay.
Or like, hey, what are you doing after work? Let's go grab some drinks at the bar. But
So
it's not like, oh, you're so fine, or oh, you're so beautiful. Like it's just like two colleagues going out that are like of the opposite sex.
you're insane.
It's kind of like a bromance. It's like a bromance. Like
That's not like a bromance at all.
it is like a bromance.
I don't see how that's a bromance.
Think about a bromance, like being in a relationship with your bros, like in a bromance, right? Like you love your bros, of course, but it's not like that. You know what I mean? But it's still like the same amount of like romance part of it, but that's your bro. But instead of it being your bro, it's just a coworker that's a girl. Or the opposite.
I can't agree with this. I can't wrap my head around it. That's completely like different.
How is it different?
Cause a bromance, that's your bro, but you got a wife at home, so you know that you are not. I guess what, gay? You're not gay, cause that's your bro, right? And you got a wife at home, so you can't be gay if you got a wife at home.
Yeah, you can.
You could, but are you like that? That's rare, right? In today's day, that's rare. I feel like.
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
I feel like that's rare today. Like right now, like the time we're in now, like maybe 10 years ago, yeah, that could definitely be a possibility. But like right now,
10
gay
years
people are
ago?
pretty out. They're out here.
See, people are getting less like behind the or in the closet. People are just coming out more.
Yeah, because it's acceptable.
So people that had wives, but they're really gay, they're just gonna drop their wife and leave them.
Look at Kris Jenner.
Did she have a wife, or did he have a wife? I don't even know that whole
She had
situation.
a transgender husband that came out and left her.
Oh.
Did you forget about this?
I never really followed that whole story. I
Kendall,
really didn't know that
Chloe,
happened.
the Kardashians' dad.
The
He
Kardashians.
he turned transgender. He got an award at the ESPYS for it.
Yeah, I remember hearing that, like a transgender won like the Woman of the Year award, and I was like,
And literally the next year,
I was like, let me play in the Women's Olympics, and then I'll be like okay with that. But
I know, but literally the next year, what was it? Obama had made gay marriage acceptable. Like it was a thing, put into law. Boom, gay people can get married.
so the Kardashians are in bed with the Obamas
It just goes in
politically,
one ear and out the other, doesn't it, EJ?
politically in bed, not like in bed.
You
Like in
could say
cahoots.
so. You could say so.
You know what I found really interesting? I was reading the other day that Obama, because you know, like in Africa, like it's not at all like acceptable to be gay in most countries
Like
that
at
are in
all, like
Africa.
they'd stone you or something for it.
I
You
don't
go to
know the exact
jail.
punishments, but I know like it's not like here. Like no one walks around with a gay pride flag. Like you're not gonna see that. Um, and I think that just learning from like my Zulu class, like a lot of African countries still have like a big like shame place where it's like you have like imagine you're sleeping on like a table, right? Like you're a table. You have like four
I'm a
legs.
table.
Yeah, you have four legs you stand on. Right? So you have those four legs, but at any time you could like bring shame to yourself And like, if you do something wrong, you're not only bringing shame to yourself, but like your entire family and all of your ancestors. And it's more of like a public shaming thing than actually like getting stoned. You know what I mean? So you're going to get shamed, and people might like disown you from the family. But I think that it depends on the family too. You know what I mean? Like it's always different cases. But like I remember I was seeing that, and then they were saying how Obama went over there and basically forced a few countries to legalize gay marriage, and then he
I didn't
like
even hear
threatened
about
them
that.
with like trade tariffs.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the Kardashians influenced Obama's gay marriage policy.
Well, yeah. If you look at it, when he was campaigning, he was actually against gay marriage. Like,
No, yeah, they have videos of that.
yeah, that's one
Him
thing you
and
can
Biden
always
were
see
against it,
about like
and so was
Democrats.
Hillary.
Democrats will go with whatever the good guy story is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they just tell us what we want to hear.
Like even with Kamala, like saying like she smoked weed. Like I don't know if she smoked weed or not, but the fact that she even brought that up was just to get on the good side of people. You know what
Well,
I mean?
she incarcerated 30, I think 30 something thousand people in California for smoking marijuana, or actually not even smoking it, just possessing it.
Yeah,
And now she's
yeah.
for it. So, like, are all those people going to be freed that you incarcerated? That's what I want to
No,
ask her.
absolutely not. I mean, that's one of the biggest fights right now. Like New York just passed some laws to legalize it. New Jersey already did. So it's like, and Boston did it like a few years ago, as we know. So it's like the whole East Coast is kind of legalizing it, but no one's getting released from prison. So everybody's kind of like, that's cool and all, but where's all the people that got locked up for like have an eighth on
Having
them? Have an
three
eighth, that's
grams.
3.5 grams, or having a dab cart, and now you have like a concentrated, or how do they say it?
Well,
You have like
technically,
a
in Georgia, still having a dab cart, you can be incarcerated for it. Like,
you can
it's
get a
completely
felony.
illegal. Yeah, it's a felony
You'll
for
be a
sure.
felon for having a dab cart, but you can go to California and sell it in a store. Like that's kind of crazy to me.
They sell it in some vape shops, I feel like, here.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I went
There's
to a
always.
gas station one time up at Barry with my boy Alex, and they were selling pre rolls.
Oh wow,
Like
wow.
pre-rolled blunts, like boom, right there. Here it is. Or they were
Well,
no,
if you
they were
remember back in the
joints.
day, like when we were in high school, when they banned mango pods, they banned all flavored vapes. So technically, any time you see anybody selling a flavored vape, it's illegal. Like for the shop to sell it, I don't think it's illegal to possess it or anything. But the shop's not supposed to sell any of that stuff. But
I
they
guess
do.
so. Yeah, in a way.
I just don't understand why you can't get mango pods anymore. Like you can still buy Virginia tobacco, like,
Or menthol.
menthol. I even saw cucumber one day when I was in Wilmington. I was at Wawa
You saw
and I was just driving
cucumber?
home and I stopped to get gas and some apple slices and they just had cucumber pods and I was like, no way. I was like, I've not seen one of these in years.
I wouldn't even believe it if someone told me that.
Well, and when I was in DC, actually, before I moved into school, I remember they had mango pods in like it was like a rundown corner store, one of like that sold food, like fresh food and stuff. But it was like an old corner store in the middle of like the city, and they just had mango pods, and I was like, y'all have been holding these mango pods for what, 2 years? How do y'all still have these?
I'm baffled,
Yeah, man.
truthfully.
I think I took a picture. It's in my Snapchat memories because I was like, this is
There's a
amazing.
lot in your Snapchat memories.
Bro, my Snapchat memories are deep. They go back to like 2014.
2014. See, I didn't really start keeping mine until probably my senior year of high school. I was boring until then, though. All I did was I literally went to school, came home, went to lacrosse practice, or faked doing homework and played video games. I just played Destiny probably the most. Like I said, I have 200 days played on that game.
That's pretty
I was
crazy.
telling you that yesterday. Yeah, it was nuts. I was
I used to
way
play a
too
lot
into
of
that game. I
2K.
was addicted. Like truthfully, I was addicted.
Yeah, I've only played Destiny 2, and I only played because my friends from high school were like, "Hey, we can just boost you up to like the max light level in like one night," and that's what we ended up doing. would just grind it, and they already had like max light levels. They just
Yeah.
took me through it and just boosted me. And I was like, oh, I gotta put in no effort. Now I'm just top rank.
See, for me, it was got it when the game came out, Destiny 1. That was back in 8th grade. Started playing it on the Xbox 360. Then the Xbox One came out the next year. Bought it on that. Started playing the new DLC on there, and then it was honestly shocked after that. After I got the new Xbox, because I would just play every day, and if I couldn't find anybody to play with, I just made a group post about it. And I was grinding raids, Trials of Osiris. I was grinding all of that.
Wow.
I had no girls whatsoever.
I mean, you really don't need any in eighth grade.
I was just playing straight video games.
Yeah, you might as well, man. Like I remember, like my friend, she asked me to like talk to her little brother and like give him advice because he was like about to go to high school. And I was like, or he was about to go to eighth grade or something. I was like, just live it up, man. I was like, this is like the least responsibility you'll ever have. Like, it only gets less and less chill from here. So just have as much fun as you can. Like, don't take yourself too serious. Like you're you just turned double digits a few years ago.
Dude, I'd be
Just
telling him just to focus on himself, man. Like straight up. Like just focus on your schoolwork. Just get your schoolwork done.
Yeah.
There's no reason to not be just in your books.
Yeah. Or at least like do like the work. Because it's like all they're really looking for in high school is for you to turn in assignments. Like you don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be like the smartest kid. You have to be valedictorian.
I don't know, bro. There were some teachers that were some bitches at my high school, bro. I did not like them. I had a couple teachers that were really, really good, though. But like some of my teachers, I didn't like at all. It was just busy work after busy work after busy work. It was just packets and sheets, and I was like, I'm not learning anything. I had a chemistry teacher, Miss Kleider, and literally, if you wanted to do the packet, you would go online and print it off. And then I would never do that. She would go over the packet literally in class with you, and I would just take notes. Made a 94 the first semester in chemistry, and then I think the next semester after that I tried even less, and I think I got like an 80 something, but I didn't have to try because she was just so good at like teaching you the notes right there, and I had to pay attention during class because like if somebody gave me a handiwork or sheet or whatever it was, I wasn't doing it. I wasn't doing the packets. If you just handed me a pack and you were like, flip through this book, I was like, no, I'm not teaching myself this shit. I was like, I'm bored anyways. I'm going to go play Clash Royale on my phone.
Clash Royale. That was like those games like Clash of Clans, Clash Royale.
Clash of Clans.
Those were like such simple games, but like they had such immense strategy to them. It was really a great game.
You know why they were good? Because when they released them, the games were pretty much finished. All they had to do was do nerfs and buffs to characters and stuff. They didn't have to sit there and think, oh my god, somebody can't even log into the game. How do I get this done? Because games that they're sending out right now, like Call of Duty,
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk is... Everyone...
It was unplayable, bro. I got it for Christmas. I couldn't even play the tutorial.
Nah, I'll have their back till the day I die. Everybody was begging them to release that game, and the developers were like, no, we're not fucking done with it. Like, wait. And everyone was like, release it. We know you're done. And they were like, you know what? Fuck it. Well, have fun on this game that's unfinished.
The public eye?
No. Public eye, fuck that shit. Y'all peer pressured Rockstar to release this unfucking finished game, and you're mad at them?
Is Cyberpunk
because it's unfinished?
That's not Rockstar.
Get out of here.
Rockstar would not have dropped the unfinished game. Rockstar is still milking GTA 6 from what was a decade. I mean, GTA 5. They're not dropping
Who released 6? Cyberpunk?
Who made Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
I don't think it was Rockstar. Rockstar wouldn't have dropped the unfinished
game. Bro, you're
going
to get me heated, bro. You're going to get me heated if it was Rockstar.
I'm going to look it up.
No, but like back in the day, man, Nintendo couldn't drop Pokemon Sapphire and it be unfinished because you couldn't update the game. You had to drop a finished game.
It's CD Projekt Red.
Y'all, everyone peer pressured them into dropping that game. It's honestly the fans' fault that game was unfinished because y'all wanted them to drop it. They
Bro, but
weren't
they teased
finished.
that game like in like 2015. It's been like 6, 7 years since people first saw it. Like,
They
how long do
teased
you want
it.
people to wait?
Pandemic felt forever, didn't it? Felt like forever. Everyone was losing their mind because Cyberpunk wasn't being released, or it missed the release date, and they said, "Hey, we're gonna release it on this date." It was supposed to come out this summer, and everyone was like, "No, no, 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 no. We want it earlier." Blah blah blah. And everyone was like, "Oh, we
Why
don't
would you
care."
listen?
Nah, man, we don't care if it's finished. Fuck that. Y'all just fucking shit on them for the game not being finished when they released it, and they told
Didn't they make
y'all
a
it
billion
wasn't
dollars in a
finished.
day?
They said it wasn't done.
So why would they release it though? That's on
Because
them.
everyone was
They
peer
knew it wasn't
pressuring
done.
them.
So what?
You're just gonna take the refund sales?
Think
You're
about
gonna have to
this.
do
If
it in
you
the
had
first
people
place. You
waiting
might as well
for
just piss
5
people off
years,
by replacing this game. I'm pissing the fans off too. Honestly, fuck the fans.
you're making people wait 5 plus years for a game that you made look immensely fun. And now when you're teasing it again to be dropped soon, people want it faster. Like, how often did people tell Uzi and Cardi to drop Whole Lotta Red and Eternal to Take? People were telling for like
Whole
three
lot of red
plus
was
years.
shit.
Whole Lotta Red was
A
fire. What are
lot
you
of red
talking
was
about?
trash. It was
Oh
so
my
garbage.
god. Whole Lotta Red's the best album to ever drop
What?
across
What did you
any
just say?
genre, across
Yo, I know
any
you didn't
time
just say that on
period.
live, bro. You're gonna get clowned on socials.
Clown on social
I'm
for what?
clipping that. I'm clowning you. Whole lot of red was
Bro, it's
fire.
a masterpiece. Like, people really didn't listen to it. People were listening to it thinking like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna hear his self-titled album. This is gonna be Die Lit Part 2." No, it's a
Mario
whole new
Judah
album.
made a
It's been
better
three
Playboy
years.
song than Playboy made a
He's
song.
had a wife, or a girlfriend, he had a baby. He's been doing more things. You know what I mean? Like, he's evolved as a person and as an
L.
artist.
He took
Like,
a L.
who drops the same projects over and over
Whole
again?
lot of red took a L.
It's not an L.
It's an L. It
It's
was
not.
it was a miss. Playboy Cardi missed, and it's
That was
okay.
not a miss. That's
He
cap. I
missed.
can't go with that one.
He missed. It's
So you're
okay.
saying Playboy Cardi missed on the whole album?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
For how hype it was supposed to be and how everyone
It
was like,
was
yo,
hype.
let's go, like, let's get it. It was not what anyone
Jump at the
anticipated.
house, jump at the house, jump at the house, jump at the house. The song goes crazy. Then you got new neon. New neon goes crazy. Go to the moon goes crazy. Rockstar May goes
Lil
crazy. No
Uzi,
sleep goes
Lil Uzi's,
crazy.
what,
Uh,
the feature with Future, when he featured Future on his album, better.
they made a whole album together.
Yeah, it was better than Whole Lot of Red.
They made a whole joint album. Of course, it's gonna be better than one song.
No, it's better than Whole Lot of Red. It's better than that entire album.
The Uzi and Future album is better than the Playboy Cardi album.
Yeah, and that was probably the
I
worst
wouldn't
thing
say
that
that.
Future or Uzi has released, and it still hit.
It didn't. No, that album has a lot of misses. If we're being honest,
Well,
for a Future album,
well,
Future is held to a higher
so
standard.
so
So,
more
like, for a
more than
Future
Whole Lot
album,
of
that
Red
had a
though.
lot of misses.
More than Whole Lot of Red though. More misses.
Yeah, it had
No,
way
no,
more
you're
misses.
capping. You're capping.
What do you listen to from that Future and Uzi album? Marty on Me.
Drinking and
Listen
smoking.
to
Yeah, Marty on Me. Moment of
Lullaby.
Clarity.
Moment of Clarity is a miss, bro. That song's not tough.
I'm gonna get you canceled just for saying that. I'm gonna get
Bro,
you
that
fucking
song is
canceled.
not like that. Bro, that song is
I'm
not
gonna
like
get you
that.
fucking canceled for that. I can't
Bro,
believe
there's
you
a
just
few
said
songs
that.
that get hyped up, like
Just a
on
miss.
Wanna. Do you think Gunna has any misses on
Yes.
Wanna?
Yeah, he's got a couple. That
So
whole
rate Wanna at
there's
1 out
maybe
of
like
10.
3 misses on there. Honestly, if I went back and I listened to it fully, there's a couple misses. Now his deluxe version that he dropped was fire.
Rate it 1 to 10, just like the whole thing.
8.5.
8.5. And what do you
Yeah.
rate Whole Lotta Red?
That's low, bro. It's low. It's probably at least like
Low.
it's a 5.
A
It's
5.
cause you know
You're
why? Cause it's
bugging.
mid. It's a 5 because it's mid.
It's not mid though.
It's mid.
You need to be in the right mindset, I think. Like, this album shows like a maturing artist. Playboy Cardi was tough. That album was tough. Everybody, in New York, I'm Millie Rock. Hey, hide it in my sock. Everybody loves
It
that,
was
right?
lit, yeah. Die
But that
Lit
was
was
in
lit.
2016. That was 5 years ago.
Die
If he
Lit
was
was
still
also
rapping
good.
about the same stuff, y'all be like, oh, he can't switch up the flow. Like everybody talks
Mm-mm.
about the baby. Like, oh, we got the same flow. He talks about the same stuff.
Nah, DaBaby, like on a rapper scale, DaBaby kind of hits, bro. DaBaby kind of hits.
But people say he can't switch up the flow, and then
He
he'll be
switched
like,
up the flow though. He's done it.
Daddy,
Yeah, on
Daddy.
multiple songs.
I feel like
When we
even
were
when
in
he tries
college,
to
like
switch up the
2018.
flow, it's not really switched.
Yeah, but when we were in college in like 2018, like he had a lot of the same songs, but like
Hello? What's up, everybody? I hope you're having fun in the stream. I think Spencer's having technical difficulties. But yeah, I think he was just about to say that Whole Lotta Red is the best album to ever drop across any genre. I was pretty impressed by it. I think he was as well.
EJ.
Yo,
Oh, okay, bet I fixed it. I was not about to say a whole lot of red though. No, can't cap you on that. But Lil Nas X, on the other hand, his video,
Lil Nas.
his shoes. How we
Honestly,
feeling?
when I first saw the shoes, right? Because I'm not even like a big Twitter guy, but I was on Twitter, waiting for a DM back from a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just was having to be scrolling through the feed, and I saw the shoes pop up, and I was like, that's kind of weird because of like the satanic stuff, but the shoes are fire. I'm not gonna hold you. The shoes are fire. With the blood on the bottoms, like the airbags full of blood water, like or dyed water or whatever, like that's
There's
fire.
so what's been said is that there is a drop of blood at the bottom of each like shoe, like just not the whole
But
thing,
that's
just a
cap.
drop.
You know that's cap.
Is it?
Bro, you
Is
know they're
it?
not putting blood into shoes. Whose blood
Is
is
it?
it? Whose blood?
Who's gonna say that? Ain't nobody gonna tell you. Oh yeah, this is.
Because it's not real blood. What do you
It,
mean?
it probably is. Like
You can
there's
look
a
at the color of it and tell it's not
no no
blood.
no. They said it's one drop. There's one drop of blood in the sole of each shoe. Only one drop, not the whole thing, just one drop.
One drop. So they got like a syringe and just dropped one drop of blood. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what they said they did.
I think that's cap because the holy water shoes were just regular water. It wasn't holy water. Did you see those shoes?
No, I haven't seen those shoes.
The same company that made the devil shoes made the God shoes a few months earlier, and they have holy water at the bottom instead of blood.
Okay. I
That's
guess
why
I can
like people
kind
are
of see
saying
that.
like, why did Nike? Because Nike filed a lawsuit against Mischief. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's weird because people have been customizing Nikes for years now. And this company's customized your Nikes before, but now that they made a pair that you don't like, you can sue them. That's a little weird to me.
I don't think Nike's gonna. It won't be able to fall through because they're customs.
Yeah, they're custom shoes. They bought the shoes and painted them and sold them again. You can't. They're not gonna shut down StockX. They resell shoes all the time.
Yeah, no, they can't do anything about that. They're kind of dumb for thinking they can sue them.
I think it was more of a statement like, "Oh, we don't stand for this," you know.
I think they could have just came out and said that instead of trying to go through a whole lawsuit thing with it, because you're not going to win that lawsuit, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, well, you never know at Nike. They have unlimited resources. They could get anybody to
Yo,
be their lawyers. Their legal team is probably bigger than any sports team.
so Maddie is telling us that we have to talk about something interesting in the chat.
Oh, hey Maddie. Um, talk about something interesting.
Something interesting. What would be interesting to you, Maddie? What do you want to hear? You're the one listening. What are you looking forward to hearing? We're just
Honestly,
gonna have to wait for this response.
I think the most interesting thing is what Neil deGrasse Tyson was saying about the simulation theory. Did you see that?
Which theory? Which simulation theory? Because I've heard so many.
So this is what he was saying, right? He was saying that previously he believed that we were most likely in a simulation because he was saying like say you have like one real universe, right? Now that universe, some like sentient life is knowledgeable enough to make a simulation that's indistinguishable from real life in like the real universe. Now when that universe can make the same simulation, that's like an endless cycle. So he was saying that the theory previously was if you just threw a dart randomly, you're most likely going to hit one of the simulated places or simulated universes, which would be us. And that's why people say we're in a simulation from like a scientific standpoint. But if you look at it like that, right, we haven't been able to build a simulation indistinguishable from reality yet. So we're either the first ones, the real universe, or we're the newest universe that's on the way. So it's really gone from like a almost sure that we're a simulation to basically a 50-50. Like we could either be the first or like the newest simulation that's on the way to building a simulation of our own.
Okay, I can see here's the whole simulation thing for me is like because seeing the Joe Rogan podcast that one time when somebody says a conspiracy theory, if you already believe in one, you can't knock someone else's because you got to kind of see where they're coming from with yours because yours technically isn't proven either type thing.
What is yours?
I don't think we're in a simulation, to be
Oh,
honest. So like my whole conspiracy theory on like how we got here and stuff would be through aliens.
aliens.
Oh yeah. I'm a big aliens guy. Aliens are definitely real. Like there's no way they're not.
But the aliens could be simulated as well. It wouldn't just be like our solar system, it would be our entire universe, our interactable universe would be simulated.
So we don't know the point of our simulation, like why it's even like why we're even in one in the first place.
I don't think there is a point.
It's just so we're almost in like a microverse, like in Rick's trunk powering his car.
I mean, but that has a point. Your purpose of life is to produce energy, right? But if you look at it from a standpoint of like what we're doing, right? What would a simulated computer universe do for anybody? Because those weren't simulated people. Remember, those were just really small beings. They weren't simulated. They were real. But and you could travel there. You can't travel to a simulation.
No, you have to be put into one. It's almost like
Yeah, they
VR.
traveled there in Rick and Morty. They got small and went there.
So we're not a microverse.
I mean, we could be, but we're not like powering anything. Like, what are we doing? Getting oil?
Powering
I feel like
brake
you can get
lights.
oil from other places, and there's more efficient power uses. Like, think about like 1,000 years down the line, like 3021. No one's gonna be using oil.
Uh,
Why would you use oil?
then again, what would they be using?
I think just solar power. They're probably gonna have a Dyson sphere by then.
A Dyson sphere.
You know what that is?
No.
It's like it's a sphere. The guy that conceptualized it, his name was Dyson. That's why it's called Dyson sphere. So it's like the sun. You know the sun, right? So
Yes.
basically, you take the sun, right, and you encapsulate it with panels essentially that are able to capture like 90+% of the energy radiated from the sun. So essentially, you have unlimited energy.
So they're just taking radiation and turning it into sustainable energy.
Yeah.
How are we not doing that already now?
Well, we're doing it on a smaller scale. We're not taking even like what 10%. We're probably even taking 0.1% of the sun's energy.
It takes
You
eight
know what I
minutes
mean?
for light to get here, so it's gonna take a minute for radiation to come to us, I'm guessing.
Well, the Dyson sphere is around the sun. Like this would be in a situation where, as a civilization, we've already branched out into inter-solar system travel, and our Dyson sphere wouldn't even be in the solar system you traveled to, or else you would have all kinds of weather kind of issues. You know what I mean? So like we could just ditch this solar system, take our sun, convert it into basically a huge generator, and then just use it to power everything else in our other solar system
So we just gotta
where
up
we
and
would
move
live.
our entire like knowing and well-being to somewhere else.
Or we could live in space. Build like our own planet, basically.
We're just gonna make our own planet.
Yeah, like a giant like domed planet,
So the
just like an
Simpsons were
artificial
right.
planet. Huh?
So the Simpsons were right. We're gonna live in a dome.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it happening. That's basically what you're going to be doing when people are living on Mars in a few years.
You look at all the stuff that they've predicted. What is the craziest one that you've seen?
Oh man. Honestly, I don't know. That's a good question. The Simpsons, I really don't know like all the stuff they predicted, to be honest.
Yeah, this girl is
I really didn't
yawning
know
in
they were
chat.
doing
Hold
that.
on. I don't even want to interrupt you, but she just yawned about what we're talking about. If you're gonna
Wow.
yawn, don't watch this. You're watching us right now.
No, you can stay and watch.
I'm mad. You can leave if you don't like what we're talking about.
No, let her stay. She's just warming up.
No,
She's still
she's
here.
yawning. Did you just wake up? I'm confused.
Wow.
I'm confused. Oh shit! I dropped my water bottle.
Honestly, I think right. So you have
I think this
like
is great content.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe she's not into, space and such and
She can yawn in
simulates
between my butt
this.
cheeks.
Whoa. That's a little freaky. But honestly, right? Like if you could fight an animal in like a life or death situation, which one are you gonna fight?
What do you mean?
Like you have to pick an animal to fight and it's life or death. Like which one are you gonna fight?
A fish.
What kind of fish?
A goldfish.
A goldfish.
Yeah.
That doesn't really count though.
It's an animal.
But no goldfish, no like beta male animals.
Beta male
They
animal. So
gotta
you
be
want me
alpha
to fight a bear? You want me to fight a
You have to fight a
full-grown grizzly
bear.
bear? Do I have a
So-
weapon or is this bare hands?
This is bare knuckles. They don't have a weapon.
What? So give me 5 options, and I'll tell you. I'll pick the one that I think I have the best option against.
Name me 5 animals you think you can fight and win against.
I couldn't name 5.
I think I could take a dog.
Yo, you're gonna hurt a puppy?
Not a puppy, a dog. I think I could kick a dog in the throat and it would pretty much.
Yo.
Bro, because you gotta think, right? Like all it really
What
has
kind of
against
dog?
you-
And is this
Any
dog?
dog,
Is it
man.
any? So a Shih Tzu comes at you, and you're just gonna kick it in the throat? And
I'm saying like in a fight situation, if I have to fight an animal and I pick a dog, and the dog is coming at me trying to bite me, all they have is their teeth. So you can't let them like get onto you. So you gotta kick it. You gotta kick it where? Kick it in the throat. That's where they're most subjected to. Like
You're
boom,
just
right
gonna-
to the throat.
you're
They're
gonna chop
passed out
that
on the
man in the
ground.
throat.
You hit him in the throat, and then you just stomp out his head, and he's done.
Oh wow, you're going like full, like ape shit on it.
I mean, he's gonna kill you, or you're gonna kill it. Those are the only options here.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. On it, 5 animals I think I can fight. Honestly, shit. Definitely not a crocodile. I'm gonna get shit on by a crocodile. Not a tuna. I'm probably not gonna. I'm gonna stay away from water animals because I mean that's kind of unfair if I'm in the water and if they're on land. So I feel
I
like I
don't
have
think
to
you
stay
can eat
away
a
from
tuna.
that.
Tunas are pretty big.
Tunas are huge. I'm not beating a tuna unless he's on land.
Unless he's home.
Tunas are ginormous. What animals? I'm not fighting any like. I'm not fighting an elephant. I'm not trying to fight a gazelle. I'm not trying to fight a. Eh, no, I can't fight a deer. This
What
is
about like
tough, bro. I don't think I could beat anything, honestly, unless I had a weapon.
you don't think you can beat any animal without a weapon?
I'm not gonna hit a dog. I'm
What about a
honestly gonna try
cat?
to make friends with it.
No, that's not the option here. This is
Maybe
a
a cat.
rabbit. This dog has rabies
Can
and
I
he's trying
fight
to
a
kill
cat?
you. Huh?
Can I fight a cat?
Yeah.
Like a house cat?
Like a wild
I
cat,
could
one that's
fuck
been
up
on the
a.
streets for a while.
Yeah, I could fuck up a wild, like, house cat.
Wow.
What if you had 7 12-year-olds that you had to fight? Would you beat the shit out of all of them?
Yeah. 7, 12-year-olds? Yeah, 100%.
Life or death. If they beat the shit out of you, they live, but it's like it's to the death. So like they're beating you to death, you got to beat them to death. You got to take on 7 12-year-olds.
Yeah, I'm just gonna punch them all in the face. Like, if you're 12, you probably don't know how to box, and they probably can't even like reach my face. So like, if I just take them like one at a time, I'm just punching them as hard as I can, dropping them, knocking them out, and then I'm just gonna stomp their heads in. Like, I feel like stomping someone's head or anything's head is like the easiest way to kill it,
When someone said
and it's like the least like invasive. Like, you don't have to strangle 12 kids. You just stomp on their heads and move on to the next one. You still got 11 more to go.
apparently our stream's buffering right now. I don't know if I can fix this live. How
I
bad?
just hit an hour.
How bad is it buffering? Yeah, we're at 51 minutes right now. It's good on my end right now.
Huh.
From
We
what
got
I'm
30
watching it
people in
on.
here.
It should be good. I don't know. She's trying to look out for us at the moment. It says we've only got one viewer in here, so we were up to 6, I think, which is huge. That's honestly pretty good first podcast on.
Yeah, can't complain.
I think after this, instead of talking about random stuff, we can kind of get some research on something, and we can put out like a Twitter poll or something, or TikTok poll or Instagram poll on like what should we talk about next, and like top comment is what we talk about in depth.
Well, I want to get into what is this? The next Fortnite you got going on? What is that?
So this is going to be back into video games, and this is what people were yawning about, but this is our channel, so we talk about what we want to talk about. You go make your own channel if you want to talk about something interesting. Yawn in my chat. In EJ's chat. Disrespectful. But, like, what, I guess, type of style video game would you think is the next Fortnite? Like, what is the next Fortnite?
What's the next Fortnite?
It's not going to be a battle royale.
It's going to be a VR game.
Wow, so VR is the next game to just explode massively.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Oculus really changed the game when they collaborated with Facebook. One and two, this year they almost doubled their previous sales for the Quest 2 because you don't need to like a high def or a high tech computer to run VR anymore. It's a standalone headset. And you go into like VR chat and it's popping. Like there's people in there and like people are just all in VR and they're all just kind of doing their thing, talking, sharing stories. It's really like as close to being outside as you can. I think like and there's even a VR like battle royale game that's like it's pretty cool. It's not like Fortnite, you know what I mean? You can't like build as well and
Yeah, no.
do spam builds because it's VR, but I think it's a pretty cool game and concept. But I think like the next big game, people are gonna get onto VR in like a massive wave. Um, I actually think that workspace as a whole and school space is gonna transition to VR in the next few years.
So, in my opinion, yeah, VR sounds pretty like out there with it, but I think VR is going to blow up. I think it's kind of already blown up. It just hasn't, I guess, grasped the entire gaming community yet. I think there's some people that are still kind of iffy on it, and it's not practical at the moment because like some people have an entire VR room that they use just for VRs, and there's like nothing in that room. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Some
but I
people
don't
don't
think
have
you
that
need that.
luxury in their house. Well, I mean, that's just I think that's what some people's like minds lean towards too, so they're not going to be, how do you say, kind of there yet in that aspect. So, for I think it'll be a survival type game in my opinion.
Survival.
It'll be like Minecraft, but it'll be more realistic than Minecraft, which is going to get people's attention and draw them more towards the game, if that
Have
makes
you heard of
sense.
Earth 2 2.0?
No, but I have heard of this game Raft that my friend Justin showed me, and it honestly looks pretty fun. You like start out on this raft and you have a hook and you have to kind of like hook materials out of the ocean. But there's also a shark in the water, so you can't go in the water and get the material unless you're like being really bold. But that shark can eat you and you die and your game's over. You got to start over again. And then
Isn't that just like Subnautica?
I've never heard of that game.
I think that's what it's called, but it's literally exactly what you just described, and you like build your base, and it's kind of pretty cool. Like, there's even a VR game I think now of it. You can like build your base underwater, and like you do on different missions, and you're really just trying to build the best base. And there's like a bunch of upgrades. You can like go into the water and swim. You get like different oxygen tanks. You can go like mining underwater, so you get like different resources to craft different things. It's pretty cool. And I think it's multiplayer too.
Yeah, I think that almost sounds like Raft in a way. Maybe we're talking about the same game. I could have it
Maybe.
wrong. Could have it wrong. Oh man, what movies are you looking forward to that are gonna be coming back into theaters?
Honestly, I was never a big movie guy. Like,
You
if I
didn't
was
go to
going to the
theaters,
movies,
bro? Some popcorn, candy, and a slushy. Take a date.
yeah, like for dates, yeah, but like otherwise, not really. Like movies, I was never really like a big like TV watcher, movie watcher. Like,
No
there's a ton of
way,
movies I've never
bro.
even seen.
No way. You're killing me right now, man.
Bro, the only show I've ever finished is Rick and Morty.
Excuse me?
That's the only show I've ever seen, like first episode to last episode, no skips, just straight through. I've seen every episode.
So you haven't seen like cartoon show or like show?
I'm talking about seeing the, like, people will binge watch an entire series. Like, I've only ever done that with Rick and Morty.
That is insane to me.
Why?
I've binged watched so many shows. Like countless numbers. I binge watched Lost, Grey's Anatomy, Dexter,
Grey's
Peaky
Anatomy.
Blinders.
That's like 50 seasons.
15. Close.
That's way too much They're like an hour
Close.
long. I remember I was trying to start watching that sophomore year, and I could literally, I was on like episode 5, and I was like, this is way too much time. This is a time commitment.
You just watch a couple episodes a night and it by the
That's like 3 hours.
in high school I had no time to do pretty much anything except play video games and watch Netflix. Like what was I gonna do as a 14-year-old? I couldn't go to Sonic and get me a hot dog,
Go to Sonic
a
and
little
get a hot
glizzy.
dog. The glizzy. I mean, you could have started coding.
I didn't have a PC at the time. I was on Xbox. I was a little
Mm.
Xbox gamer.
Xbox dude. But honestly, like, yeah, TV was never really my thing. I started watching Polar, or what's it called? Solar Opposites. It's like made by the same people that made Rick and Morty.
I've
That might
seen
be
that.
one of
Is
the
it
funnest
good?
VR games I've played. Is Trover Saves the Universe. It's made by like Justin Roiland and Dan
So the same
Harmon.
people that did Rick and Morty.
Yeah, and it's literally like the funniest game I've ever played. Like it was hilarious. Ten
Did
out
you
of 10
ever
game.
did you ever play any of the South Park games?
No, but I've seen them. Like
Dude,
I've
it was
seen the full walkthroughs.
so funny.
Yeah,
What was another
Stick
good
of
one?
Truth,
Stick it, dude. I literally have it.
Fractured Butthole.
Fractured butthole. That was honestly probably one of the best names I've ever seen out of like a video game, except for
Have you seen the
genitals
new vaccine special?
of South Park. Yeah,
I didn't think it was funny. Like the pandemic special was hilarious.
the
The
pandemic special
vaccine
was awesome.
special,
The
I think that was a
vaccine.
bit.
No, the only funny part that I saw in that episode was when the old lady was walking past and she just kind of blicked everyone off and was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah,
That was the best part of the whole, like entire show right there, and the rest of it was just dry and weird and cut.
yeah. It was like they tried to force too many vaccine jokes, and like it just really didn't feel like South Park.
It wasn't. It was more clean than anything. It felt like it wasn't that like gritty, controversial stuff that you know.
That's what you come there for.
Uh, yeah, that's what you go to Family Guy for too. That's what you go to American Dad for. Rick and Morty. You want that uncensored, just we don't give a shit. We're gonna say what we want type of stuff, and we don't care who we offend.
You just
That's
want
the
a
that's the funny
euphoric
stuff.
moment, uncensored.
Uncensored, euphoric moments, uncensored.
Now we have a brief break in the podcast for a moment of our sponsors. Thank you to
Who's sponsoring us?
Big Dog Dick Dog Food for sponsoring us today. If you want your dog to have the largest red rocket on the block, make sure to pick up a bag of Big Dick Dog Food.
Is that our only? Is that our only sponsor?
Did you have the other one? I think so. I think you have the other.
Dude, I don't. We're not sponsored by anyone yet.
Big Dick Dog Food. They're sponsoring us. Thank you for sponsoring us, Big Dick Dog Food.
Maybe
if you want your dog to have the biggest red rocket on the block, make sure to
Maddie
pick up a bag
Sparshot
of
will sponsor us.
Big Dick Dog Food. We have to at least say their name 4 times in the podcast.
4? We've only said it one time. It's been an hour.
Well, I just said it 4 times, just in that little transition.
Sheesh. Oh man, let's go.
Is anime the new wave? Honestly,
Yes.
I've seen 2 anime shows. I've seen Classroom Assassination, and I've seen Death Note.
Oh, Death Note's good. Death Note's a good one. I just started that.
I never finished either one, but
you know
I
what you
thought they
need
were
to
pretty
start
cool.
is Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
And I'm riding the wave only because how am I gonna start this? Oh man. So my friend Alex's little brother Nate was talking about it and he started watching it. And I'd only watched the first season and I was like, man, like maybe no, like I haven't seen it since high school. I wasn't really into it after I watched the first season live. And I was like, I can't give it a second shot because I started watching Naruto back in high school and watched it all the way up until we got all the way to college and stuff. And I was like, this is the show. Like, this thing is great. But then this year.
Maddie's back.
Huh?
Maddie's back in the chat.
Drop the Venmo.
Drop the Venmo, Spencer.
We don't have a Venmo. We got a Cash App.
I think she's looking to sponsor our page. You can Venmo us at ERIC green like the color 314 gmail.com.
Go ahead and repeat it again so she can hear it.
ERIC, Eric, GREEN, green, like the color of the money. 314, like pi. Remember that from math class? At gmail.com. Like the people that watch your every move. Google. Yeah.
That's your Venmo?
Yeah, it's just your email, right?
I don't know. I don't have a Venmo. I have a Cash App.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's just your email.
I just keep Cash App. That's literally the only thing I got, pretty much. But no, anime's definitely the wave now, for sure. After watching Attack on Titan, because I'm on season 3, I'm almost done with it. I'll start season 4 probably Monday. And yeah, it's the wave for sure. I've watched One Piece. I've watched Demon Slayer, which was really good. Honestly, I'd recommend you to watch that one on Netflix. Demon Slayer, amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like, super good.
Well, think about it like this, right? If you could have like one superpower, what would you have?
If I could have one superpower, what would I have?
But it's only for a week.
I only get the superpower for a week?
Yeah.
I want to be able to read people's minds, for sure.
For a week?
For a week, I want to be able to read people's minds.
Whose minds are you going to read?
Hopefully I'm able to control whose minds I read. Like, I don't want to read everyone's mind. Like, that would be a little too much information for me. But, like, certain people, like, I guess if I'm talking to them or not.
So, like a proximity thing. You can, like, focus in on, like, someone specific.
Yeah.
You, like, see them. What do you want to read their mind about?
EJ, it's not email, by the way.
That was not an email.
Do you not have a Venmo?
What is it, a phone number? Yeah, I have Venmo. My phone number is 7. That's a 4. 7 plus 3, or 4 plus 3 is 7. So 732-670-1554. That's the phone number. So go ahead and spam me up, guys. Order some pizza. Just don't
the
eat
4
us,
viewers.
please.
The 4 viewers are gonna be spamming you.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You're gonna have 4. You're gonna have 4 random people texting you, EJ, and they're just gonna be texting you random ass shit. And you're gonna be freaking out.
I'm gonna get swatted, bro.
I don't think people. Oh wait, people can do that. They like get into the stream IPs and the FBI shows up. I'm not trying to have that happen.
I think all you have to do is call the police and say I'm at this place. Like if they get your IP, they'll just know your address, and then they'll be like, "Hey, I'm here, and I'm about to blow up a school. I have guns."
Yeah, but it's like a no-knock warrant either. Like it's crazy. Like they just bust in your shit.
Yeah, the FBI can do whatever they want.
That's kind of wild to think about. I think they should knock on the door first.
FBI, open up. Flashbang hits you in the head.
Just a little.
Now you're on the ground unconscious. Wake up.
Knock.
In the back of a Russian cop car. And you're like, "Comrade, how are you? Comrade."
What's the rest of the story?
That's as far as it gets. He knocks you back out, and you probably die after that.
Oh wow.
Too much head trauma, you know.
Where am I gonna find the body?
You're not.
Oh, it's one of those.
It's in Vladimir Putin's pillowcase.
He's got like some secret tooth fairy that takes people away when he puts them under his pillow.
Probably, yeah.
I wonder how much money he gets for each person. That'd be kind of.
I think he's paying for the people. He's paying. He leaves the money in.
I don't know if he'd be paying.
The cleanup.
I wouldn't pay.
Did you see that Vladimir Putin wants to debate with Joe Biden?
That's kind of weird. Why would a Russian want to debate with a U.S. president?
Well, he's the Russian president.
It's dictatorship over there, but that's... They call him a president.
Yeah. I mean, he's the leader of Russia.
You're not wrong. He's hardcore. I'm kind of scared of Vladimir Putin. That dude's hardcore. I'm honestly scared of Joe Biden. He doesn't even really know what he's doing. I don't think anybody in politics knows what they're doing. I truthfully think I can run the country better than anybody that's in DC right now.
What would you do differently?
Everything.
Like what?
Well, number one, we're going to have a more secure border.
Is the border not secure?
No, it's not.
Which border? The Canadian border or the Mexican border?
I think we can go for all borders at this point. I mean, obviously, with the Canadian border, there's not as many troubles as there are with the Mexican border, but I mean, also with other countries.
I mean, a large amount of weed gets through from Canada to America through the woods because there's no wall at all. You can just run through the woods and you'll be in America. You'll be in like what's it called, Michigan, or you'll be in Montana, or you'll be in Oregon.
You'll be in Washington.
Washington.
Not Oregon. Oregon's below Washington.
Yeah, you could just basically run through the woods with a satchel full of anything.
Oh my! You know how we were talking about the cocaine and stuff coming across the border the other day? Fox News posted something on Twitter. It got like a whole bunch of retweets. They were stuffing cocaine inside burritos and then wrapping the burrito with food and stuff and then putting it in their backpack wrapped in tinfoil. And then the cops found it. A dog sniffed it out.
Those dogs are crazy, man. Like,
they had
just seeing like my dog.
There was like 13 burritos, EJ. 13. And they were just cue balls.
We're just hungry, man. We're just hungry.
And the dog's going crazy over the backpack, and you're just sitting there shitting your pants because you know you have cocaine in there inside the burritos. At that point, I'm playing it off. Oh my god, like that's not even my backpack.
I got that from Chipotle.
Chipotle must have slid an 8-ball in my burrito. That is insane. How do you feel about March Madness this season? We're going to talk about women's and men's basketball because equality.
I haven't watched a single second of it. I made a bracket, then I accidentally closed it and I lost it, so I didn't even really make a bracket. I was rooting for Villanova to win.
Wow.
They lost. So now I'm just kind of uninterested.
Huh? That's tough.
Yeah, I was rooting for Villanova, but the Nova boys folded, so I really don't even care anymore.
So we're going to start on women's basketball because it's the Final Four is coming up, and I think for women it's on the 4th, and for the men it's on the 5th, if I'm not mistaken.
To be completely honest with you, I did not know there was a women's March Madness bracket until I saw that post about like the weight room. I don't even know like they had
There's been one every year. South Carolina is one of like the number 1 teams to be on. I think that one, Baylor, UConn is huge.
I know UConn is good. I never knew it was like March Madness.
Incredible. I don't know who their coach is or whatever, but like they've got to have the most wins in women's basketball for sure. Like I don't know how he doesn't at this point, or she, he or she.
I wonder if it is a he. Who is it?
I have no idea. But so you got Connecticut, so UConn versus Arizona for the first matchup in the women's Final Four. Who are you taking there?
UConn.
I'm taking UConn. Yeah, it's got to be UConn. And then we've got Stanford versus South Carolina. Honestly, Stanford's been pretty good this year. I'm not going to cap. Stanford has been absolutely killing it, especially
versus
in the bracket.
Or South Carolina?
South Carolina.
Like the Gamecocks?
Yeah, the Gamecocks.
I got the Gamecocks.
Yeah, my mom would probably hate me for saying this because she is such a big Gamecock fan, but I think I'm going with Stanford on this one. Because Stanford's taken out some pretty formidable opponents in, like, the women's tier of basketball.
Who have they taken out?
So, first round, obviously, they're ranked as the number 1 seeds. They're not really going to play anybody. You had to play Utah Valley. They're ranked 16th. You destroy them 87-44.
87-44.
And then Oklahoma State, who was the 8 seed, they beat them. It was kind of a close game. Now, Oklahoma State's no one to sleep on in women's basketball either. They're actually pretty good. But Stanford beat them 73-62. Now, Missouri State, who was a 5 seed, Stanford goes on to beat them 89-62. They shit on them.
Yeah, that's a pretty big win.
And then Stanford plays Louisville. Now, Louisville is the 2 seed. This is supposed to be close, right? 78-63. Stanford wins. Pretty big statement. Just a boom, like we're here to stay. Double-digit statement, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you beat them by 15 points. That's nothing small. That's 5 threes. That's 5 threes. Madness. I don't know anybody that's making 5 threes in a row in 30 seconds, except for Steph Curry.
Tracy McGrady.
You're insane.
He hit, 13 points in like 21 seconds to win that game?
Did he?
You never seen that?
I don't think so.
Tracy McGrady went off. He literally won the game down like double digits, and he literally won with like less than 30 seconds left on the clock, all by himself.
I remember, were we watching, was it Michigan State versus Texas Tech, and it was Virginia versus...
Virginia, because we were watching with Tyler Hero, whoever Tyler Hero was on.
Was he on... Tyler Hero went to Kentucky, I thought. Or was he at Virginia?
You know, or was it Diggy Vincent?
It was Guy. It was some guy. Guy was crazy.
Is he in the league now?
I don't even know. But it was...
He's probably like a bench warmer.
It was Texas Tech versus Virginia, because Virginia was having their comeback season after losing to UC Davis when they were a ranked number 1 seed and they lost to a 16 seed.
That's bad. That's a bad look.
That's a terrible look. But yeah,
you're just going home sad, crying. Your mom calling
South
you.
Carolina's highest points that they've scored so far in the tournament was 79 against Mercer, and Mercer scored 53. Mercer's a nobody school.
Yeah.
For D1 athletics, at least. So I got Stanford winning, and then obviously UConn's gonna destroy. Yeah, UConn's tearing up Arizona for sure. I don't see Arizona even coming close to winning. All right, now we're going to look at the men's. The men's is a little different here. We got some different teams up in here now. UCLA, for the first time since 2010, is in the Final Four after having Kevin Love and Westbrook on their team. That is insane, truthfully.
Yeah.
There's some recruit from Kentucky that moved over to UCLA to go back to his hometown and bring a championship back, and this is his first year here after the transfer, and he has brought them to the Final Four. But, EJ, put yourself in his shoes. You're going up against Gonzaga next. Gonzaga in the Final Four tournament has not scored less than 83 points.
All that tells me is we have to focus on defense.
So for UCLA,
defense
is pretty good. I'm putting in my best
defensive players to start. I'm not even worried about scoring in the first half. I'm worried about getting their momentum stopped in the first half. I'm worried about locking down their key players, making them kick the ball out, take bad shots. I'm forcing players to their off hands. That's like, as a coach, that's what I'm doing. I'm drawing up plays where it's like we're getting our top guys open positions. We're having like our lesser, like our low key players. They're going to be scoring the majority of the points because they're not going to be targeted, you know?
True. Very true.
But they already know that. So what you really got to do is kind of be a few steps ahead, right? So you got to Draymond Green them and just kick them all in the nuts.
I'm going to at Draymond Green on Twitter.
Draymond.
Send him that clip, see if we get some clout.
Draymond Green clout. That's big time.
Insane. All right. But, yeah, no, UCLA's had some pretty good defense in this tournament, though. So, like, if we're really looking at it, your offense hasn't been producing what it should. Gonzaga's has. if you want my honest opinion, Gonzaga's defense is probably going to be better than Michigan's. You pretty much, if I'm a coach looking at this, their offense is pretty unstoppable. You got to stop them when you can, and when you do, you have to take that opportunity to go score on offense.
Yeah, you have to capture the momentum. It's again, basketball is a game of momentum, 100%.
You need to
And with no
come.
crowd there, it's really hard to kind of get like that atmospheric momentum.
It's completely
You really
different.
have to be like hyping up. It really comes down to like whose bench is hyper. You know what I mean?
Pretty much. And it's who's hitting shots first. If you come out cold against Gonzaga, you're going to get torn up. You can't
Yeah,
just
they need
decide to turn it on late. UCLA has to come out of the gates just pounding at them. You're an 11 seed in the Final Four. You can't not come out hot.
Yeah, that's very true.
And then on the other side, we actually have the clash of two titans. You have Baylor versus Houston. The Battle of Texas is going on here.
Battle of
The
Texas.
Battle of Texas in the Final Four.
Fuck Texas.
Okay, we're not putting that in. That's gonna get cut. Texas is great. I don't want to hear that. But honestly, dude, I got Baylor in this one. Even though Houston has shown a really good, I guess, fight in this tournament, I think the Baylor men's team goes up against Gonzaga. I mean, that was my picks for my Final Four, even though I had Michigan over UCLA in the Final Four. So my Final Four bracket would have technically been right if my team pulled it together, Michigan, and won, but they didn't. I'm not shocked. But I had Gonzaga and Baylor
Who do you have winning?
in the championship. I have Gonzaga winning. Gonzaga's nasty. I think
Who's their key players?
Bunch of animals. That's who their key players are.
But are like their shooting team? Because college teams don't really.
They're 30
shoot
and
as
0.
much. Huh?
They're 30 and 0.
But I'm saying like, who are their key players? Like, are they shooting? Are they have like a big guy center that's getting all the points? Like, they have a KD kind of player who's like their main guy.
We don't have any really stats on here, which is kind of crazy on this sports app. But you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 guards on the team.
They have 11 guards on the team.
And then you've got only one center, so they've got to be switching out some people for a center. But I have Gonzaga winning fully, because if I'm looking at their schedule right now, they beat Kansas 102-90. Kansas was really good this year. You look at Iowa. Iowa was amazing this year. Gonzaga beat them 99-88. All of their, 73, 76, 78. Their lowest scoring game was 73 points as a college basketball team, EJ. These guys are just efficient on offense. I don't think you can take away their offense. You have to go score for score with them.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a game of who can get more stops on defense, truthfully. Because UCLA, they have shown us that their offense is efficient, but Gonzaga has been, I think, the most efficient all year.
You know, I've played sports a long time, and I feel like at every game that's not going your favor, it's like you either know you're gonna win, like by like halftime, right? You either know you're gonna win, you know you're gonna lose, or you know there's still opportunity to win. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I think like that's a hard barrier to get out of, because things can really turn around in the second half. But it's like when you go to that locker room, that halftime speech is really important, because it really can change the dynamics. Like I've been in games where I'm like, oh, we're gonna lose this game, and then halftime we have like a good speech, we get motivated, we get back out there, we score some goals, we score some touchdowns, or we get some points for wrestling, and it's like the whole game has changed. You know what I mean? Like it only takes a few plays to turn a game around. So
That
But yeah, that,
sounds,
that
yeah,
halftime
that's
speech
pretty
is
true.
slept on.
Yeah, I think halftime is important for me, and I think in basketball and football strictly, because obviously baseball doesn't really come into this because that's more of innings and hitting, and that's more in baseball is such an individual sport in my opinion. Because, like, yeah, it takes the team to win, but if you individually have a bad game as a wide receiver, you can have another wide receiver going off at the other end of the field winning you the game.
Yeah, or a running back, or even a quarterback nowadays.
So, if, like, let's just say your running back's not having a good game, right? And all of your running backs, your whole lineup, just bad. You can't have that in baseball. You can't have everyone hitting bad or everyone fielding bad. Like if all your first basemen are sucking, you're losing. But
Who
if
do you
all of your running backs are sucking, you still got a quarterback. You still got wide receivers that can go catch the ball and get out there and win the game.
who do you got going number one, Justin Fields or Trevor Lawrence, or
I
a wild
think
card?
I think Trevor Lawrence was special because nobody had seen Justin Fields yet.
People seen. I knew who Justin Fields was since he was in high school.
Yeah, I we played his high school.
You guys probably got shit on.
We got shit on by Grayson.
Was that his high school?
No, his high school was Harrison. Their lacrosse team was pretty good. I think
But you played
we beat them by two
like Justin
points.
Fields team in football.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you guys probably got shit on.
No, we didn't.
Did you win?
Yeah, we had Cameron
He,
Turley.
I've never heard of him.
He is the pitcher at Georgia Tech right now. He was our quarterback. He was insane. He got a
Oh,
full ride scholarship to go play baseball at Georgia Tech. He
oh.
could sling it. He could sling the ball. So the only team sport right there. Justin Fields' defense was not popping off. They lost the game because of that. Their defense was trash. Justin Fields was
Really?
putting points on the board, but their defense couldn't stop us from putting points on the board. And we stopped them, I think, 3 times, and the score ended up being 42-21.
Did you play?
No, I was on the sidelines watching. I was in the
Oh.
stands.
Uh,
But I mean, I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable at football, and I was in high school, so I could like read the field and know what was going on.
yeah. Yeah.
I was more defensive minded in sports than I was offensive minded. And like even in lacrosse, I didn't want to play offense. I hated offense. Shooting, fuck that. I hate scoring. Scoring is so lame. I want to go hit someone and
What?
get a ground ball and force a turnover
A
and then
GB?
score off a turnover.
You live for the GBs?
I live for GBs for sure. I live for clears. I just wanted to clear the ball.
Clears are fun.
I wanted to run. Oh my gosh, Maddie
Hey,
is still here. That is crazy.
wow, that's great.
She said, I'm still here.
I think we should take
Maddie,
a
do you have
user request.
a
Let's take a
user
request from
request?
Maddie.
Maddie,
A
we're
topic
taking a
request.
request from you on what to talk about next. It better be educated or I'm shitting on you for it. We'll
I
wait
think that
until the video catches back up to where you can type in chat. For now, me and EJ are going to talk about football and the NFL offseason.
the NFL offseason. Honestly, there's a lot of more plays in the NFL, but they're not as big as NBA plays. Like the NFL offseason's pretty stale. What's his name?
So
Carson
Matthews,
Wentz going to the Bears, or what do you go to the Bengals or somebody? Like that's okay, but he was already a backup, so it's like whoop de doo.
he
It doesn't
started
really
last
look.
year. Jalen Hurts is now a starter for the Philadelphia Eagles.
I thought they pulled Carson Wentz like halfway through the season, and put him on the bench.
It was at the end of the season,
Mm.
but he
But yeah, like that's not
Carson
like
pretty
a
much played
blockbuster
almost
move.
the whole season.
Like compared to like the NBA, you got the NBA, you got crazy moves going on, you got game changers like
Yeah,
Andre Drummond, you got Blake Griffin, you got
Kevin Durant, James
Lonzo
Harden.
Ball going to the Nuggets. Like that's a big move. That's a good young team that's gonna win a championship in the next 3 years.
Cause what the Nuggets got Jamal Murray on there.
Jamal Murray
They
is.
got
I said the other day he's the most clutch player we've ever seen.
what?
Jamal Murray.
Talk about ending the podcast is what Maddie said.
Oh wow. Oh.
Honestly, wow, that was a good clap back. Thank you, Maddie, for that. That was you made me. You made okay. That was good. That was good. You're allowed to stay now, unless you want to leave. You can click the button. I don't care.
Wow.
Wow, that was
That
good.
kinda hurt
Talk
a
about
little.
ending the podcast. EJ, let's end off the podcast on another 3 notes that we're going to talk about for 30 more minutes.
30 more minutes.
No, we probably got what? How much you got left in the tank, EJ?
I don't know. I guess we gotta try to like transition out of sports, maybe.
You want to get a good transition out of sports? What if we talk about? You know what? I enjoyed talking about rappers. And you had a lot to say about Playboy Cardi. I had a lot to
Cash
say about
Cardi.
Playboy Cardi. Who, in your eyes, is the next Tupac?
What?
Who's the next Tupac?
Who's the next Tupac?
Who's the next
What does that
person
even
that's gonna
mean? I've never
change?
listened to a single Tupac song.
Oh wow.
I don't even know what that means.
So Tupac basically changed the rap game and made it kind of what it is today so that Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg, all of them could kind of thrive. And then you know how Lil Wayne came in and he influenced Young Thug, he influenced kind of an Uzi style, he influenced all of them, and then Young Thug took his own rap style and influenced Gunna, Lil Durk. Drake came in and kind of influenced some people to start doing some R&B type stuff. Chris Brown came in and kind of changed the game a little bit. Like, who's the next Tupac, though? Who's really going to come in and set a statement? Who's going to make their own genre? Who's next?
You know, I said this the other day, and I truly believe that Playboy Cardi is the Stephen Curry of the rap game. And listen, right? Stephen Curry, Playboy Cardi. You're like, how is that correlated? You got Steph Curry. You could always shoot threes in the NBA, right? He shot threes at such a high level where it was like now you got young kids pulling up for three as soon as the game starts. Your first shot you're taking is a three in 5th and 6th grade, right? But same thing with Playboy Cardi. You could always mumble rap. You could always kind of like, like, and that's been going on since the beginning of rap. Like rappers have always done that. Even old school rappers have like mumbled. But Cardi and Uzi came in the game, specifically Cardi more than Uzi, came in and mumbled and made mumble rap music that really changed the game. Like you got to think like not every rapper blows up, but all the SoundCloud rappers that were mumbling just because of Playboy Cardi or trying to get Playboy Cardi kind of beats with Yo Pierre, the Yo Pierre whole like sound, Playboy Cardi Yo Pierre, that was a crazy duo for like 3-4 straight years. And it's like that to me is like kind of transitioning because what really is like the newest trend in the rap game, like a Pop Smoke kind of sound, like the bow, or it's just like the hi hat. It's like bass, hi hat, bass, hi hat, and like that was kind of a fire beat right there. But literally, like that's like the Pop Smoke kind of European drill is really come over here more, and that's been like more popular. But that's been a few years now, like so. I guess that's like what I think is now. But what is up next? Honestly, I think like I don't really see anybody doing anything different. I think Little Baby is definitely top of the game as far as like right now who's hot and like who's on. I gotta say Little Baby's up there, but I gotta see what other people do with Little Baby's like flow and style and take it to the next level, because I'm not really seeing it right now. I'm not seeing a lot of originality.
It's because Lil Baby's in a league of his own. Now, Maddie came in and said Young Gravy.
Young Gravy had one good song. Not gonna lie.
Wow, Young Hit Wonder. Oh God, Young Hit Wonder. One Hit Wonder.
One hit wonder.
We're calling Gravy a one hit wonder. What was his one hit wonder song?
I don't know.
Was it called Young Gravy? Or was it Gravy Train?
I'm gonna look it up. I remember like what the music video looked like. Oh yeah, Mr. Clean.
Mr.
He has a song
Clean.
with Little Baby. I didn't know that.
He has a what?
Young Gravy has a song with Little Baby.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go listen to that for sure.
Wow, he gets a lot of views. All of his
How many
videos
views does he have on Spotify or YouTube?
on YouTube, Mr. Clean has 58 million. But the song Little Baby has 10 million. Huh?
How long has it been out?
3 years.
58 million views, 3 years. I think.
Oops, dropped a month ago. It has 3.8 million.
That's not bad for a rapper of his size, honestly.
Yeah,
because he's not huge and he's not respected, but he's still pulling millions of people to come listen to him.
1.2 million subs.
That's not a lot out of rappers. I mean, you gotta look at fucking Drake's subscribers, like.
But that's Drake.
And now we're talking about Young Gravy. So Young Gravy is not on the same level as Drake, which means he is irrelevant.
But who's on the level of Drake? If we're being honest,
Lil Baby is above the level of Drake. Lil Uzi is above the.
That's cap.
What?
You're smoking. You're smoking something crazy. I need to lay off.
Lil Baby's not on the same level as Drake.
Absolutely. Little Baby would not be where he is without Drake. Let's get that straight right there.
God, you're insane. You're literally insane.
What song put Little Baby on?
You know what? Okay. He is featured. Yes, indeed. Did kind of blow him up. All right.
That song put him on the map, and then everybody else listened to all his other stuff.
You know who
he put Gunna on?
You know who doesn't have a Drake feature?
Who?
Lil Uzi.
Lil Uzi.
You know who does have a Drake feature?
Who?
Playboi Carti.
What are you talking about?
Lil Uzi is better than Playboi Carti.
Uzi is different than Playboi Carti. They're both. I'll put them neck and neck.
You want me to go one step further?
Huh?
You want me to go one step further?
Yeah.
Who is the only person that has done better in the artist and I guess let's say rap industry? You know what? No, we're just gonna go music industry. That is as big as Lil Uzi right now, still alive, and doesn't have a Drake feature. Can you name that person?
NBA YoungBoy.
Nope.
Yeah. NBA YoungBoy is the most listened to musician on YouTube.
That's YouTube. That's not Apple Music. Spotify. We're adding everything together here. We're talking about platinums.
Add it all together.
Uzi has more platinums than NBA YoungBoy.
Does he?
Yes.
How many platinums does NBA YoungBoy have?
I think he has 3 or 4.
3 or 4? No. For every song he drops, gets like 17 million views in a day. Just on YouTube.
You need 1 billion to go platinum.
Uzi has Bad and Bougie. That song has 1 billion. But that's Migos and Uzi.
I'm not talking about that though.
EXO Tour Life, that probably has 1 billion.
Money Longer.
Woke Up Like This, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Cardi.
That's fair. Woke Up Like This is a banger. Tasteless Men, he is irrelevant. No, OMG, he has. Oops, yep. Shirley, Mr. Clean, Forget Me Thoughts, and Shining on My Ex. If you don't get your TikTok song, Loving Ass, out of my chat.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. Young Gravy is not a GOAT. I hate to break it to you, Maddie. He's just not. It's sad to say because if he is your favorite rapper, that's tough to hear. But the numbers don't lie. He's not pulling in the viewership that other rappers are. Not even close.
But he's pulling for somebody that made a 3-year-old one-hit wonder. He's still getting 3 million views in a month. That's pretty impressive to me.
No,
I
yeah,
wouldn't have
three
expected
three
that. He's
million
getting
views in
more
a
views
month,
than
yeah.
like
But I mean, 6ix9ine gets that
PewDiePie.
in a couple hours.
6ix9ine, but those you gotta think like these are all different, very different cases when you're talking about numbers.
Yeah,
Like
it is different cases because these rappers are on a different level than Young Gravy.
6ix9ine is not on a higher level than Young
Yes,
Gravy.
he is.
6ix9ine is a marketer. He's really not even a rapper.
Bingo.
He said it in
How
an
do you make money?
interview.
You're a marketer. 6ix9ine changed the rap game. He
He did
honestly
not
changed it
change
for
the
Lil.
rap game.
He honestly changed it for Lil Nas X.
What are you talking
If
about?
anything, Lil Nas X was like, "Wow, I have to do something crazier than snitching on somebody. I'm gonna go take a lap dance on the devil."
But 6ix9ine wasn't always a snitch. 6ix9ine had rainbow hair and rainbow tattoos. That automatically is gonna get your attention.
Boom.
Everything that
He's
he does
smart,
is
so
about
he's smarter than
attention.
Young Gravy, which puts him on a higher pedestal in the rap game.
Young or what's his name? 6ix9ine is not on a high rap game pedestal.
I think he is. The numbers don't lie.
He gets the numbers because he's a rainbow.
Bingo. What sells?
Your eyes are
What
automatically
sells?
if you had
What
to scroll through
sells?
YouTube and you saw a 6ix9ine video there,
What
you're probably gonna stop on that. Like,
sells?
why are all these colors here? It's
But
just
what sells?
psychologically attractive.
What sells?
Sex.
Numbers.
Numbers don't sell.
Numbers sell. The more views, the more ads, the more money, the more that a company wants to work with you. He's fairly
Well, let's look at
new.
6ix9ine.
Ew. Young Gravy is not fairly new.
Let's look at 6ix9ine's channel. He has 20 million subscribers.
Which is more than how many Young Gravy had? A couple million, I
17
think.
million.
Yeah, a lot.
Zaza has 5 million views from a month ago.
So he has.
Oh, the lyric video. The music video has 50 million views.
Wow. And that was released how long ago?
But that 1 month ago.
And how long ago was his 3.8 million views Young Gravy released
3 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Right. But then you have to look at what happened, right? Like,
Okay.
Gooba dropped right after he got out of jail. Everybody was talking about him on the internet. That song has 704 million views.
Holy shit. Wow, that's a lot of money.
BB with Annual AA has 1.2 billion views. That's when he went to the Mexican market. He literally doesn't care about the music. He said this in an interview. I'm not making this up. He just does whatever's gonna get numbers.
Yep.
He went to the Latino market and made a Spanish song. He got 1 billion views. Fifi with Nicki Minaj has 957 million views.
He is walking so that the next person who tries to be a marketer on, let's say, in the rap game, and they want to take their game to the next level, someone is going to copy this man, and he is walking right now so that person can run. He is influencing the rap game some way, somehow.
I don't know.
That's
I don't know
truth.
if it'll work again.
That's truth. You don't think it can work again?
I don't think that.
Look at Lil Nas X.
For it again.
Look at Lil
Because
Nas
Lil
X.
Nas X though, that's a different case. Old Town Roll was something new.
He memed
in the
it.
music itself, right?
He memed it.
What?
We talked about this. He memed himself to
But I'm
get
talking about the actual music, like the whole concept of like a country rap song. That was new to the public eye. 6ix9ine didn't do anything new musically. He just marketed. 6ix9ine brought new music and he marketed. So he actually did something to the rap game by bringing in country influences. But 6ix9ine just marketed and lied, essentially. Lied for clout. He's the model clout chaser. If you're gonna say like people are gonna start chasing clout, then yeah, sure. He's influenced the rap game to make people chase clout so they can get 1 billion views on a Spanish song when they barely even speak Spanish. But I don't know. I'm not really feeling the whole vibe of 6'9". Like, what am I gonna do at 6'9"? It's kind of
Mic
like
is
6'9"
working.
to
There
me.
we go. So, all right. I think Lil Baby right now, if I had to go top 5 rappers right now that are
Yeah.
alive, obviously, so we're not doing, and like they're relevant in the game, not Snoop Dogg and all them, not the old heads. The old heads are obviously they've already been goated. We know which ones they are because their careers were great. Right now, number 1 is Lil Baby. And no one can argue that.
Okay.
You can't. The dude doesn't have a miss. You tried to tell me he had a miss last night, and we listened to it, and you bopped your head. The dude's a bop. He can go on any sound. He's not even a feature artist, because I used to think he was just a feature artist. But no, his singles are insane. The dude can go on any beat. Number 2, Lil Uzi. The only person that has done what he has done and put up the numbers that he has put up without a Drake feature is Beyonce.
Without a Drake feature?
He doesn't have a Drake feature. You can't fight that.
He doesn't. He doesn't have it. But he has a Migos feature.
Number 3, J. Cole.
Cap.
Wow.
Cap.
Wow.
Cap. You're doing good. You cap.
Number 4, Young Thug.
Cap.
Wow.
You know what? I thought you said we're not doing people like Young Thug.
Young Thug still makes music.
Then I would put Young Thug over Little Baby if we're talking about all their music versus all their music. Like, Young Thug. Have you heard
Young Thug's got some
that
misses.
last album?
Young Thug's
that
got
last
some
album
misses.
literally has no skips, and it has like 30 songs on it.
We're not talking about one album. We're not talking about the best album. We're talking
Talk
about
all
of
those
all
albums.
time.
Super Slimy, Barter 6, like what?
You're talking about his old albums that were lit.
I'm talking about all his albums. So Much Fun, Jeffrey, that song with Juice WRLD dropped, Bad Boy, that song's fire. Best Friend, like Slime Season 3.
He's number 4.
Number 4? Oh man,
He's number 4 in the top 5 of rappers out right now.
So Much Fun is over any Little Baby album, and that's stamped. I'll stand by that one.
Number 6, or number 5. I mean, we're top 5, not number 6. Who do you think Who do you think my number 5 is at this point? You gotta know who it is.
It might be Young Gravy.
It's definitely not Young Gravy, not that shit can of a rap artist. Not him. Not his 3.8 million views in 3 months over 6ix9's 20-something. I can't, no. He's not bringing in the numbers. Nobody's listening to him.
Well, let's look at, since you want to talk about the numbers, let's look at Lil Uzi's numbers versus 6ix9ine numbers.
Okay.
Lil Uzi, he only has 7.9 million subscribers. He has less than half.
Okay.
That last album with Future and Lil Uzi
wasn't his best work.
Song has 5.2 million views in 4 months.
The videos that he put out?
No, just the song that he put on here. There's no video. They're just official audio.
So most of 6ix9ine's songs.
Love His Rage?
Yeah, do Love His Rage.
Even have more than 6 million views.
So you go on to Uzi's SoundCloud, though. How many Uzi SoundCloud views do you think he has?
Are you talking about leaks or what?
We're talking about everything, man.
Well, we're only looking at YouTube. We're not looking at 6ix9ine SoundCloud and his. I'm just talking about YouTube only.
Well, 6ix9ine's got the listeners everywhere, obviously. We just talked about that.
So is 6ix9ine over Uzi then?
No, because Uzi has more platinums than he does.
Why does a platinum matter?
Because that shows that people are listening.
How many platinums does he have? I need to know this number.
That's a good question.
I'm about to look it up.
I'm looking it up right now.
Tell me what you think in the chat, guys.
Lil Baby actually only has 2 platinums. That's insane. I didn't even know that.
Lil Baby has 2 platinums. What are they?
Only 2. Uzi
Probably the
has
one with Drake.
7.
Uzi has 7.
Yeah.
He's 6'9". XXX even has platinum records.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna look it up on the RIAA site itself. Rod Wave.
He's also got a diamond in the middle of his forehead that is worth $24 million. That is insane. Can we talk about that? Are you putting a $24 million diamond in your head to look like Vision from Endgame?
Me personally, no.
I'm not doing that. Because honestly, if I saw Lil Uzi in real life, bro, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to go taking that shit.
That's cap.
Right, I'm going to do it after I get a picture with him. Oh, nobody's watching anymore. This is so sad. We're in here talking to ourselves.
6ix9ine has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 platinums and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 golds. So he has more platinums than Uzi. So now what?
Looks like 6ix9ine's number 1.
So 6ix9ine's the best rapper in the game.
Look how many platinums he has.
Well, Drake has more platinum. Travis Scott has more platinums than that.
Travis Scott doesn't have a Grammy. Travis Scott is trash.
What? Travis Scott has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 platinums. That's a lot of platinums.
That's quite a bit of platinums. That's quite a bit of platinums right there.
Drake. Don't get me started.
Drake.
He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Gotta keep going. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. Got a load more results.
How many platinums is this?
46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72. Got a lot more results. We're only at Hype. We're only at, what was that album with Marvin's Room and all of that? We're not even done. 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82.
Drake has 139 platinums.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're talking about just platinums, Drake's the GOAT. But I don't think that platinum is the only thing that you have to look at.
His only diamond is God's plan.
God's plan.
That's wild, bro. Like, that's actually fucking wild.
Got a little more results.
How many?
I had to keep loading, bro. Like
W-O-W. Oh, wow. Just wow. That's all. That's literally all I have to say. We've almost been podcasting for 2 hours now. This is content. This is insane. First podcast. We got a viewer in here. 1 viewer. We love you, first viewer. It's definitely not Maddie. I know it's not Maddie. Wow, we've talked over every single talking point except for one, and I think it's gonna be our last one. EJ, you think we can make it last 6 minutes?
Yeah, let's go for it.
the current state of video games. Now, I
Shit.
think we touched on this just for a little
Dog
bit,
shit.
but the current
Absolute
state.
dog water.
Oh, it's dog water to you?
I could not tell you one game that's came out this year in 4 months.
Yeah, I think the silence tells you that. So the only
Absolute dog water.
the only truthfully fun game that I think I have laughed and had a great time on during quarantine was Minecraft. I have not enjoyed playing Call of Duty. I have not enjoyed playing Warzone. I have not enjoyed playing CS:GO. I have not
They're all
enjoyed
too sweaty now.
playing
Everybody's
Valorant.
just trying to play for the streamers. Like everybody's trying to play for views. No one's trying to play for fun anymore.
So, do you think games are worse off with streamers and streaming being available to gamers?
I think that it's way worse for the community. I don't think that we had these problems when it was just YouTube videos, but now there's streamers, and I think you can honestly build more of a career on streaming. So for like content creators, it's a great opportunity, but as like a gaming community, I think it's a big like stab in the thigh to have all these streamers. Like it doesn't do anything for the games. They're just streaming, and it just makes everybody else feel like they got to be as sweaty as them. So now everybody's just sweating, worried about like, game mechanics, not just like playing the game. Like Fortnite, when Fortnite first came out, all you had to do to win a game was to have an okay third person shooting aim. Now you have to be able to edit, you have to be able to maneuver, you have to be able to use bounce pads, jump pads,
You know what ruined Fortnite?
craft now. Huh?
You know what ruined Fortnite?
What?
Playground mode.
Yeah, playground mode. People just went in there and were like, "Oh yeah, I can just."
Before playground mode, everyone was on the same playing field. Everyone was trying to learn the build mechanics in game while you were being shot at and adapt to it in that way.
Yeah,
Building became extremely, extremely difficult after people were able to do 190s 6 blocks high in the air in a single second.
yeah,
That
that's
is
pretty
insane.
ridiculous.
People were in playground lobbies for hours and hours at a time, not playing the actual game, just perfecting building.
Just one game mechanic, just working on. It's how
And I
Rocket League is
think
now.
that kind of broke it because people would not even play the game and they would just go in and build. And if you get outbuilt by someone and don't have the high ground on someone, you're screwed. And people don't really have time to put in the game, if you're a casual player, to go and do that. So, in my opinion, skill-based matchmaking, what people complain about and stuff, I think it's not needed in COD, but in games where it's not just run around and shoot people and there's different mechanics outside of that, skill-based matchmaking is honestly needed. Not
Well, there is
hugely, but
skill-based
to an
matchmaking,
extent.
right?
Like, I don't want to be going up against people in Fortnite that are able to run around and kill me like crazy all the time. I don't have time to put into the game like that. That doesn't make the game fun for me. I want to go up against people my skill level in that game sense. But with COD, anyone can aim and learn how to aim. That's the whole point of the game, is being able to aim and shoot. Now, if you want to take it to the next level and you want to get wins instead of kills, because you can get high kill games in Hardpoint and still lose.
Mm-hmm.
You can go for 50 bombs. We've done it when we were in college. We just went for 50 bombs and got shit on in Hardpoint, but we had all the kills and we were like, what the fuck? Why are we losing? Well, shit, maybe when we get the kills, we should stay on the Hardpoint and rotate for our team sometimes.
But then you'll get less kills. You want to drop
Less
the
kills,
50.
but guess what? We're going for dubs now. We don't care about kills. The only stat line and numbers that we care about on a scoreboard are the fucking scores on the board. We don't care
But that's
about...
different now than before as well, because no one really cared about your win-loss ratio. I don't think that was even like a big stat. It was all
It's
about
still
your
not.
KD.
It's still not. Everybody cares about their KD. Everybody worries about their KD. So for me, in Call of Duty, skill-based matchmaking is not needed in public matches. Obviously, if you have a rank system, you're going to be going up against people that play the same as you. You've
Like
seen
me, I'm advanced to Grand Champ Masters.
Well, so I mean, you've seen that because like you were in competitor, and this isn't knocking on you or anything. This is just going based off of it. I was an elite with a couple of my buddies. You came over and played with us, and it was tough for you because they weren't your skill
It
level.
was. It was bad.
And
I was
then,
like, I felt helpless.
when I was playing with Chris and his competitor friends, I dropped a 19 kill S&D game, and I felt like it was the easiest lobby I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
It's just so that's what ranked is there for. Now, do I think I should be able to play with competitor friends and stuff? No, I think that's broken. We should not have won that playing game. My teammates were dog. Chris's friends were absolute shit.
So you don't think that you should be even allowed to play with your friends just because you're on different skill levels?
In ranked play, yes, because that fucks it up for the people who are on the other team. Because technically, everyone on the other team was a competitor. I had 19 kills in a search and destroy EJ.
That's not normal, ladies and gentlemen, for the viewers.
Yeah, 19 kills in a search and you should honestly at most if you're having a really really good game, I would say 15 to 12 kills. 19 is unheard of. You have to win 6 rounds. We 6-0'd this team. I had 19 kills.
That's literally almost a team wipe every round. Like
I had
other
3 aces.
Yeah, I was about to say you killed the whole team a few times.
I had to clutch, I think it was 2 1v4s, and then I had one round where I just killed everyone, and then I had a couple 1v3s.
But there is some things that with COD you can't just learn to aim and shoot, like learning rotations, learning positioning, learning the different head glitches around the maps, learning how to slide, when to use your frags, when to use trophies, where your enemy is going to be coming from, watching the flank. Like it's way more than just aiming and shooting, you know? It's like,
but that's why there's a rank system. And then so for public matches, see, in ranked, I don't think I should be able to queue up with you and Chris, to be honest. Like, I think that's broken. I really don't. I truthfully don't believe that. Like, yeah, it's fun for me, but like the other team, that's such a dick move to them. Like that sucks.
But we can boost now. But imagine a world where they said you can't play with your friends if you're a different rank. What if I was a competitor and Chris was advanced?
I think that you two should be able to play together, yes. Because you're bottom 50% at that point, and he's top 50% of players. So, in a way, yeah. And I think that only masters should play against elites. And then elites can either play against your experts or against your masters. All right, I might have that mixed up, but whatever. Like,
so only play within a one rank basis, one rank difference.
And if we want to play together, we go into a public lobby, like a public match, and we play on there where there's no skill-based matchmaking.
I wouldn't like that, honestly. Or like, I don't really like playing pubs. Playing pubs to me is like less serious. The rules are different. It's a whole different play style.
It's supposed to be
fun. If I want to play with my friends, if I want to play with you tonight, I feel like I should be able to play, and I don't want to have to not be able to play with somebody just because they're better than me.
Well, that's
kind of crazy.
That's how Overwatch is, though. So Overwatch has its own rank system where you're bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and then it goes to, I think, diamond, and then it's master, and then it's grandmaster, and then top 500 after that. If you're in the top 500, you only play against grandmasters and blah blah blah. It's like what I just said. You only play one rank above and below of what you can. I think it's within 1,000 rank points because they have points to their thing that you can play with someone. And then, but yeah, so their public matches are literally set up just like the ranked matches though. So
you're not really changing pubs, you're only playing against your skill level.
Well, not in Overwatch. No, there's no skill-based matchmaking in Overwatch. Or not in pubs at least, because they have a rank system. The rank system is there for people who do not want to play against really good players if they're bad.
That makes sense, because if you're already really good, you wouldn't really mind playing against people on your level.
Yeah, no, you're chilling. I don't mind playing up against people that are masters and experts and elites, and because they're I don't think I'm a master. I think I'm pretty much just an elite, but like that's my skill level pretty much. Like I have the same IQ as them. I don't think my gun skill is there yet against the masters and stuff. I think they have a little bit better gun skill, but I can make the same decisions that they make.
That's interesting.
But yeah, no, the current state of video games is absolute dog shit.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you to all the viewers of the
Is that the
first.
end of our first podcast? I think we do another one tomorrow. Screw it.
Bro, we can really do this every day. Like, that's what I'm saying.
We could do this every day. I'd be down. And then I can make content from it and try to post it on the socials.
Yeah, man. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
Thank you to Marco's Pizza.
You're amazing. Make sure to share this on your social medias. Follow us on every platform. Just look up the EMU Club and look for the bright orange and blue EMU. This EJ checking out.
Marco's Pizza.
Marco's Pizza.
Marco's Pizza.
Just thank you to our sponsors.
It's not showing it on the stream yet.
Pizza. Take your pizza to Marco's Pizza.
Marco's Pizza, sponsor us.
Cool. All right. Well.
I got some bread in here, bro, and it's kind of nice. Some cheese bread. Show the podcast real quick before we log off. This shit bussin'. It's bussin'. All right, stream. We are heading out. Thank you so much for watching me and EJ talk about random ass shit. Be back here this time tomorrow to watch us do the same exact fucking thing again. Thank you again for everybody that stopped in and stopped by. Maddie, thank you so much. Eric Green, thank you so much for stopping in and by and chatting it up with us. Thank you. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you all for watching. We will see you next time.